get up in the morning, what really turns your crank? Are you driven more by promises or by purposes? We need purposes. We definitely need purposes. We need goals in our life. But purposes and goals are about what we have to do in order to reach a particular destination. Purposes are about us and our activity. That's fine. Again, nothing wrong with purposes. Nothing wrong with us and our activity. But what are we driven by? If we're directed by purposes, can we really be driven by purposes? Don't even our own purposes eventually become a burden? We get tired of them. We realize we are not meeting those goals that we had for our life. And then the question is, what are we driven by? Are we driven by purposes, or are we driven by promises? Purposes arise from within us. Promises come down from someone else. God has given us promises. And that's what drives us. Purposes may direct us. God's purposes, His law, may direct us, but it cannot inspire us. It cannot motivate us. It cannot change us. Only the gospel can do that. And that becomes very clear in what happens here with Abraham, as we see in this passage here. Abram asks God, how can I possibly have confidence in my future if I go childless? If I don't have an heir, then there's no one to carry this on, and it's going to end up going to Eliezer of Damascus, a servant in my own house. The worst fear anyone could have in the ancient world was to not have an heir. That was the way that you immortalized yourself, even among the pagans. But certainly among Abram, it was the way that God's covenantal purposes would be fulfilled and would unfold. But right now, Abram is thinking about himself, thinking about his own situation, and thinking about how he can be in control of the situation. Look, you've given me no offspring. Indeed, one born in my house is my own heir. I look around, God, and it looks like it's all smoke. I don't see it. And of course, we can identify with that. We look around, we look in our own hearts, we look at our own lives, we look at our marriages, we look at our families, we look at our relationships, and we say, I don't see it. And by the way, if there are times, if you've been a Christian for any period of time and you don't know what I'm talking about, let's talk about it privately. Or one of the other pastors here, let's talk about that. Because if you are a Christian, you definitely know that you can look at your life specifically at given times, even all the time looked at in the proper light.
Right.
And say, I don't see it. I don't feel it. Empirically, it's just not there. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, saying, see, I love that. The word of the Lord came to him, did well up from within him. The word of the Lord came to him, saying, this one shall not be your heir, but one who will come from your own body shall be your heir. And he brought him outside and said, look at the stars. Count them if you can. That's how many descendants you're going to have.